Hold, we're not ready for you. Okay, we're ready. Quiet on the set. Speed and action. Cut. Let's try it again. Quiet on the set. Speed and action. Great flying, kid. Awesome. Cut. That's a wrap.
What is up, guys? Today I wanted to do a little bit of a DOS game from 1992 called Stunt Island. I tried to do a recording earlier. It was a bit long. It was a bit winded and drawn out. So today is going to be a better video. More concise, more just kind of showing points and not really sticking to just one thing. So here we have copy protection that I had to enter. I still have the original manual and the original 3.5-inch floppy disks as well. But because I was having some sound issues with some settings, they had the game for sale on GOG.com. So I bought it from there, still having issues. Finally got the sound figured out, so we're good there. So we got our answer. So what is the takeoff speed in miles per hour of the Mitsubishi Zero? In the book, it shows a bunch of different planes with the names of the plane, and it has a bunch of different stats for each of the planes. This is the answer for that plane. And now it's going to ask if we want to be in the competition. So in this game, there's other pilots, and you can be part of a competition, and you can be the best pilot or something like that. I don't know. And you can do different types of stunts, and however good you do at each of the stunts puts you in better standings on the leaderboard. This is a single player game, but in the game there's several other people. We're going to skip this because this game is what I like to think of as a filming simulator / stunt / basic flight simulator. I like to do the filming stuff in this and not so much be in the competition, so we're going to say no to that. Are you going to do your own editing? That is a yes. We will do our own editing in this game. So we have different places we can go to. Let me start with the stunt coordinator.
Okay, Ace. Congratulations. You made it to the show.
So he's the one that gives you all the different scenes. But these are what's a part of that competition. But you can do them without being in the competition. You just don't get the whole leaderboard thing and the people gunning against you. The one I really like to do is scene 10. It's a real easy one. It's crash into a hotel. Here's your first science fiction scene. You're going to crash this specially made meteor into the hotel that sits at the confluence, or Y, of the river. Because these meteors were expensive and time-consuming to make, and only a few were created, the director and stunt coordinator are counting on first take success. If you don't succeed, you might consider finding a real meteor to crawl under. So let's go ahead and accept it. So the goal is, we are a meteor. We have to crash into a hotel.
See you when you're done. Quiet on the set. Speed and action.
I'm using the mouse, I don't have a joystick, so this is a bit trickier.
Cut. Awesome.
Okay, we already did that one before, but we're going to replace it just because I wanted to show it. And then, so because I have the editing turned on, before I didn't have editing turned on, so it automatically would do it. So we have the different cameras here. So what we would do is, once we get to the 5-minute or the 5-second mark, we go ahead and we mark it here, and we mark it here, I think. How do we do that? Whoops. There we go. So the way this works is you have your start time, 0 seconds, to the 5-second mark time end. That's where you mark it. And then over here we need to hit record. This is the destination. So then our start time is going to be 5 seconds. Mark it here. So you need all the marks to be at 5 seconds for the next section. So we've just recorded the first 5 sections, or the first 5 seconds, and then we go up here, and we're looking at the meteor, and we'll come here to, we'll do a 7-second. So we'll mark it here at the end. Hit record. And then we mark all to be at 7 seconds again. Mark our end here. Record. Okay. So this is what we're going to see once it's all said and done. Meteor is falling, and boom. So we will print this. We'll call it Scene 10 film. We will view the film in theater. So it looks like they loved it. They enjoyed the movie. Let's go ahead and load. This is one I did from earlier. This is a caterer truck. So you have to hit the caterer truck with the wheels of an airplane. Let's check out. I think this is the barnstorming one that I did earlier today as well. Nope, this is the That's the one that comes with the game, but half of the sound is missing for some reason. And here's the one we did earlier as well. Okay, this is a film that I was working on in the other video, but got a little bit extra long. So let's check out the housing. This is also part of the competition. You can either click on here, the cabin 273, or just click on this cabin right here.
Top Gun, look out!
Please, stay on the line for a very important message from the U.S. Express credit card.
So these people, they leave you voicemails, depending on how good or bad. I think it's kind of like double. It's for the competition. People will be like, "Hey, I'm coming," or "Hey, you did terrible," or something like that. But they also leave you voicemails depending on how you did on the stunts with the stunt coordinator. Daily standings and ledger, that's all for the competition. Click on the keys, take you back out. Post-production is the editing. Airfield, you can fly different airplanes around the island to scout locations, I guess. We'll just go back to production. Set design. This is where I was in the other video. It was taking a while, but here's all the different. It's like 32 of them, and these are all the different sets. So all of the sets are already created. When you do the stunt coordinator, each of those scenes is actually one of these here sets that's already set up, and it gives you the brief description of what you have to do, so on and so forth. But I'm going to load the one we were working on earlier because it was a lot of setup, and I just felt like that might bore you guys, so I didn't want to get too boring. So basically the way this works is you place down objects. The first object is always an airplane, so that can be any object. It could be a car, it could be a train, it could be a tree, it could be a fountain. It could be anything you want. A cactus. Here's a spotter plane camera. Now these cameras here, camera 3, 4, 5, and 6, are cameras that I put in the game to use, and you use the buttons Control F3 through Control F8 to switch between the cameras that you want to use. But I'm having problems switching between anything other than F3. We placed down a crate truck. We put in a bad guy and a mail truck and a collision box. We're going to go to the collision box. It's in this small little town here on the Stunt Island. So the way what I was setting up is supposed to work is, bad guy is over here. I know you can't see him, but he is there. And then back here, there he is there. And then that's a camera, and that's a camera. And then down here is the mail truck. And then there's also a camera right here. The way that it was supposed to work is the mail truck comes up the street, hits this collision box, and then it automatically turns the truck into the parking lot, and then the speed of the truck would stop. This guy is supposed to walk up and approach the mail truck, and then these two people are supposed to have a conversation. Something about a delivery, or, yeah, my guy's already out making the delivery, yada, yada, yada. Then it would cut over to the other truck, the crate truck, the red truck we saw earlier. And that truck would be moving. So that would be a matter of setting up different events. Like, for example, if 20 seconds have elapsed, change mail truck 12 speed to 35. So it's going to start out looking at the bad guy. And then the next event, if mail truck 12 hits, that's our collision box, then change mail truck's 12's heading yaw to 270, meaning it's supposed to turn. Wait 1 second, and then change mail truck 12 speed to 0, meaning that the truck would stop. That's not something we can directly control, but if we made the mail truck an airplane, possibly, but I don't think we would be able to really move it that fast because we don't want it to take off, obviously. Excuse me. And then in event number 3, we don't have anything yet, but this would be like if 300 seconds have elapsed, crate truck speed changes to 55, and then the crate truck starts moving. So when we go into post-production, we can just switch through the different cameras since we're not able to do it through here. Actually, I'm probably going to do that. If 300 seconds have elapsed, then change crate truck speed to 55. Okay. And I'm just going to change the settings for these cameras. So the cameras work. Which just for some reason this is the only camera that, oh, we want to use the hide feature. So what I was trying to say in my other video was that you can hide the different items. You want to use the hide option. So let's try and fly our stunt. We'll save our set.
Quiet on the set. Speed and action.
Here's Control F3, but we can't switch through our other cameras for some reason. So I'm just going to let it run for a little bit. We'll wait till this crate truck speed changes to 55. That's going to happen automatically after 300 seconds. That might be too long of a wait. So and the changing the heading of the mail truck might have been the wrong thing to do anyway. I'm not too sure. But that's the whole thing. I'm going to
Cut.
escape that. I'm just going to print this. I think if we go to that's a wrap, okay, that just takes you right out of there. So we want to go to post-production now. And then into the editing room. And see, we can change the different cameras here. So we want to start with this camera. Yeah, 20 seconds. Well, his speed's already... oh, because I already had his speed at 35. But I think 20 seconds would be too long anyway. It should only be 10. Now, from back here, if we did it right with the yaw heading, we should see it change. Yeah, when it's hitting that box. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I've got wrong there. I'm going to work with it some more. But let's go back to production and back to the stunt coordinator.
Okay, Ace. You're in the big leagues now, Airman.
And then they want you to start doing more difficult shots. This one is Barnstorm. And this is a classic barnstormer. You have to guide your Fokker triplane through the open doors of a barn. The added challenge is dodging the 3 combines passing in front of the barn as you make your entrance. Touching the ground is out, so don't think about landing and then driving through.
Should be a cakewalk. See you when you're done. Quiet on the set. Speed and action.
So here we're going to try to fly through these 2 silos and through this barn.
Great flying, kid. Cut. Awesome.
And it looks like we did that pretty well. And then again, this is where we would edit it. So we can start with camera 4. And I won't go that far into this. Maybe 2:30, 2 seconds and 2-3 seconds. Mark it. Hit record. Mark on the start. Over to camera 3. Mark it here, record here, mark and mark. Mark it here, we'll record here. Mark and mark. Mark here, we'll record here. Mark that. And then we'll go to the inside of the barn. The plane flies through. Mark that. Record. Mark and mark. Mark the ending, record, and print. Scene 3 film. And we'll watch that in the theater. So there's that. Train tunnel.film. We could check that one out. This is another stunt. I haven't actually done this one, but moving train, and you have to fly the airplane through the tunnel as the train passes through at the same time. Now, one thing I didn't do was I didn't add any music. I completely forgot about that. You can add music to these. So we would want to take our take file here. Like we could take the meteor one, for example. Okay. Over here, and the destination is where you would do your FX. So let's look at our different cameras, see what we have available. I'm only going to probably do about a 2.5 second spot on the picture of the hotel. Okay. Mark that, record, mark and mark. Oh, you always got to mark it to end it, and then record, and then mark to start. FX, we want to go to audio. Oh, we have to make this 0. FX audio. FX audio. You cannot start a sound as a starter. Oh, we probably have to do it over here. Now we can do a preview. I don't know why it's not letting us. That's weird. Can enter credits. Oh, I see. So from 00, Let's just go to the 550 mark. No, you cannot start a sound at the start or end of a tape. That doesn't make any sense to me. Let's try loading the film. Wait. So those, okay, so those are the films on the right. Over here, it's always going to be a film on the right. On the left, it's you can load takes or films. Okay. There we go. We cannot be at pure zero. We have to be 0.2 seconds in to get music to come up. That makes no sense to me. But we can test. Yeah, and then we could loop that one. I used to use that one a lot for certain sequences. So then when we play this, it should have, well, we would have to record it. Either that or we put the, or we have to do it while we're recording. We have to do the FX maybe. I'm not sure. All right, so we deleted that. Let's go back to our take. Mark here, record. So as we record, we have to put in the FX. We have to do the audio or any kind of sounds effects that we want to do. Since there's only 2 sound channels, the problem with this game is it only uses sound channel 1, sound channel 2. So if you have air sound in channel 1 and you do FX in channel 1, you lose the sound air effect and you get the music instead. But you could put one of those, like here I could do sound effects. Just some different sounds you can use. But then because the music didn't quite end at the 5-second mark, when we switch cameras, the music should still play. Nope, we did that wrong. We didn't do our start mark. We got to go back to the 5 seconds. And the way you know to go back to the 5 seconds is because on the destination on the right here, our end was 5 seconds. So that's where we mark our start. Our end is 7 seconds, so our mark over here also has to be 5 as well. And we record. Let's switch over to this one. Our start is 7.70. And then we should have and that's how you would basically insert your music or your sound effects or something like that. But then we would print this. I can say Scene 10 Film, replace the existing, view it in theater. that's pretty much it for Stunt Island. It's basically you use your imagination to do what you want in this game. If you don't want to do movies and you want to just do the stunts, go for it. I haven't done all of the stunts, to be honest with you. I've just done the easier stuff.
Okay, Ace. Time for you to stop flying those weenie stunts and do something with guts.
Yeah, it's very hard. Hit the Renegade Caterer. This is where we hit the catering truck. Fly over a train in the tunnel. Land before the armor truck. Crash through a billboard. Zigzag your way through 6 big rigs, and then crash through a billboard that's beyond the line of big rigs. You must keep your Piper Cherokee within 20 feet of each truck, and no part of your plane can go higher than 40 feet. Yeah. Good luck with that. Fly under 2 bridges. No twists or turns to this one. Fly your F-16C Falcon beneath the 2 bridges at a speed of no less than 1,000 miles per hour. Hint, don't blink.
Should be a cakewalk. See you when you're done.
It's hard. That's why I don't do them.
Quiet on the set. Speed and action. Cut.
That worked.
You have a concussion, a lacerated forearm, 8 broken ribs, and a bad haircut. We'll have you patched up and flying again tomorrow.
It's very tricky to get that one because of where they start you at. If they started you further back, it'd be a little bit easier to get the proper aim and angles and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd show you guys this game.
Okay, Ace. Maybe you should try something easier, like taking off.
Very, very fun game. It's from 1992. Stunt Island. Hope you guys enjoyed the video here. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want. And we will be back just in a little bit here with some Supermarket Simulator. Thanks for watching. And we'll end our game here. Want to end our game. Do not want to start a new game. All right. Bye-bye, guys.